Here is a Lasko Premium Box VN model 3723. This would be from 1998, 99, or 2000, somewhere in there. Should have a date quote on the bottom. This is one of the fans I want to get to this summer. There's quite the story behind this that we'll tell in a future video. But in short, the cord was cut off. So in this video, I want to see if we can put some power to it and determine whether or not it works. So I suspect that the cord was cut off during the whole recall debacle. So here's the fan itself. There is a considerable amount of storage dust on the outside of the frame, but I do believe that this has never been used. When I found this, it was still in the box, though it must have spent some time out of the box because probably sitting like this somewhere, because the top of it's filthy, but the back of it looks like it just rolled off the assembly line, which is really kind of weird. The motor is brand new. There's no hours on this thing. There can't be. So according to the date information, it's a 1999 or 2000. Nope. Does it say that? It might say 98. Let's see. It says 98 to 99. 1998 to 1999. This is a very rare model. These very seldom exist with the older Marco motor. So here's the problem. The cord was just sliced clean off at the bottom, and it's not a clean cut, so I almost wonder if this was the result of some kind of accident, or as if like the fan perhaps fell. There is an indication of some kind of fall. We got a scrape up there, and on the front this is all chewed out like it fell. That could also be a mouse. It's kind of scraped up at the bottom. So it might have fallen in some unfortunate way and the cord just happened to get snipped off. I have no idea. We may never know. So either way, we're just going to cut. Well, I guess we can just cut it anywhere because it doesn't matter. I have to replace the cord anyways. So just for the sake of a test, I'm going to go ahead and snip this down here just to spare opening the whole thing. I don't feel like doing that tonight. It's getting kind of tired anyways. And let me see if I can just pull this cord right out of here. Despite having been stored in an attic, the cord is still flexible, the grill is still flexible, nothing seems to have brittled. There might have been a logo on top, I'm not sure. That might just be for the Weather Shield models. It's really in quite good condition. If we can get this front guard to clean up. Alright, so let's split this cord and see if it runs. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't run. It doesn't seem to have any hours on it. But stranger things have certainly transpired. Do I have any extensions? I do. So just for the test, we're going to go ahead and just stick the wires into an extension. This is perfectly fine for a test. Oh, it's so dangerous. It's just a stinking test. Okay. So that's in place. Like that. Switch this to the off position. And we'll go over to amps, make sure the motor has a healthy power draw. If it works. Let's see. It works. It absolutely works. And I think I'm quite certain it's never been used. If you look at the blade, you can see how the dirt is like present only on one side of it, and that tells me that the blade sat still for the most part when the dirt was accumulating. If this was running, the dust would have accumulated evenly. On low, that is 1.09 amps, 94 the watts with a power factor 0.72, which isn't bad for what type of motor this is. The medium, that's 1.48 amps, 129 the watts, 128 the watts, power factor 0.73. The medium doesn't seem right to me. Are the bearings really stiff? They're dry, I can hear them. These Marco motors, the medium did not seem to age that well, which is odd because the low and high typically remain fine. The high. Yeah, the medium should be running a lot faster than that. Power draw, 2.03 the amps, 183 the watts, power factor 0.76. And wow, is it throwing some air. These were powerful. These were very powerful fans. Yeah, the medium is messed up, which is very common on these Marco motors. And that's kind of interesting because I always thought it was like an high hours issue, but this has no hours and it's still messed up. So what the heck causes that? Not even much of a speed difference, it's just more motor noise. The low seems fine. Yeah, the low is pretty much normal, and the high is fine, but the medium is not. Alright, so it works, which is very good, and I'm not surprised. I kind of figured it would. So now we'll just have to work out cleaning the guard and replacing the cord. And the medium, I don't know. I've encountered so many of these that are like that. I think Tori told me that if you service the bearings, it'll return to normal. And that I think I have encountered that, but it just doesn't make any sense. Because if it was a bearing issue, then all the speeds ought to be affected. Why just the medium? I don't know. But the motor has 0 hours on it as far as I'm concerned. I don't believe this has ever been used. It's a very, very interesting find, and to have the original box is really something.